Hello everybody, this is Dakian and his friend the Dark Young of Shub-Niggurath. Welcome you to my painting vlog video for Monday the 21st of September 2015. I have completed this little lady, I think. It's hard to tell. The thing with monsters like this that are from out of time and space is that there are, of course, no reference photos. And there's really not much artwork to go on either to reference what they're supposed to look like, so you just have to go by ear. And I just kind of randomly paint whatever I feel like in the moment, and, you know, hope it turns out all right. I mean, it's a chaotic being. Painting it randomly is fine. Anyway, this completes all of the Cthulhu-themed minis I have. Well, I got some crap here. I gotta clean this off. Oh well. It's just sticky tack. It'll come off easily. In my collection right now, I might buy some more in the future. I might need more investigators and cultists and the like. But for now, this is it. My Malifaux collection this week increases with the two canine remains. Again, reference for zombie dogs is not easy to find. My intent was simply to make them as disgusting and gross and horrible as possible. And you be the judge if I succeeded. Now, these are, I don't know if I mentioned that, but these are the old metal ones. One of the two packs, they came in 2 packs of 2 sculpts each. I was only able to get hold of one of them. So if I want more of these, I will have to buy the new plastic kit, which is, they only have one kit with 3 sculpts in it, but they're all new and different. So there'll be some variety. But that's them. And the last finished minis for this week are a couple of rogues. You might think, standing next to each other like this, that this one, the small one's a halfling, but it's not. It's actually a human. I think it's supposed to be human. Otherwise, it's a very proportionate halfling. I think what's happening here is both these are from Reaper miniatures. I think this one is a much older sculpt because I measured it, and it's actually exactly 25 millimeters to the eyes. This one is 30. And they've been increasing their scale gradually over the years. So Tara here is an old sculpt, and what's her name is much newer. The interesting thing is, because I was planning on using them for Frostgrave, I measured the North Star and Redbox minis I've been using so far, and they're 28 actually. So this one is actually a better match, and in terms of outfitting and clothing and style, this one looks much too fantasy ninja-esque. Cool mini, don't get me wrong, but I'm not sure it suits the style that I'm going for with that warband. Yeah. So, but 30 seems to be the general norm for Reaper these days, and some are even 32. But, well, some of the ones I'm going to show you next are 32 actually. Let's go on to the works in progress. You might recognize these 3 guys from last week. They're all started, and I would say that on average they're about 25% done. On the elf here, I've done the skin and the hair on all of them. On this elf, I've done his tunic in a green and his pants in a red. That was just some paint I had left over when I was painting some of the previous miniatures. I like to do that to sort of yeah, just conserve paint and to save on having to think up new paint schemes. I just, you know, I've got some green left over on my palette. Where could it look good? On this guy, it's basically just the hair and the face and a little bit of base coating on the pick there and the scabbard. This guy is actually more painted than you might think. I painted his pants a very, very light gray that might look white, and his tunic, which is underneath the armor and just showing through in a few places, is a light tan color. Both of these probably look almost white in this bright light. But I'm hoping that if I have some darker and or brighter colors on the other pieces of him to contrast, it'll pop more. I think I need to go over the pants again and shade them, in fact, but oh well. My newest work in progress is these two spellcasters. I'm thinking of using them as wizards, you know, starting a second warband in Frostgrave, even though I haven't been able to play the game yet. Well, I thought, of course, they would be witches. And they're from different manufacturers. This one is the Witch of the Dark Moors from Reaper. This is Ursa the Accursed from Redbox. And I wanted to go with the Redbox minis because I have a bunch of Redbox barbarians that I could use as a warband, I think. And this would be a good leader for them. But I wanted something else as her apprentice, so I thought this one. Now I'm not quite sure which would be the master and which would be the apprentice. Don't have to decide yet. I've just done a little bit of basing work and priming, and I put down the first base coat, the first layer of the base coat of the skin. And I wanted to show you this before I put on any more, because this is what it looks like when you put on just one thin coat. See a bit of the primer and some of the, even some of the metal is showing through. Not sure if you can see that on camera, but to the eye it's obvious. So they clearly need a second coat, and they will get that. And then I will highlight and so forth. Let's see. What's all this junk then? Well, this is my next Malifaux project. These are the minis themselves. They need assembly. There's some pieces left. They're gonna look like something like this. They are the Waldgeists, which means tree spirits, never-born creatures from the swamp, from the bayou, but they're beasts, so Marcus can use them. They're also excellent for, say, a Zoraida crew, which I might start at some point. And the new thing I'm trying out is I purchased some of these base inserts, which are the official Malifaux ones. These are made by Word Games themselves. And they need some assembly. Here's an illustration of how they might look. And so I will need to get the tabs off these and pin them, and maybe, in fact, this one is actually shown leaping off this very base, so he should be able to be placed on that. And of course these are, as they said, they're inserts, so they fit inside these lip bases, more or less. Need some gluing. And this one, let's see, this one might stand something like that. I don't know, once he's, yeah, he could fit. Let's see. Well, this is, I've just opened the package. I've not done any cleaning or anything on these. So we'll see. They might not get done by next week. But they're in the queue. Something else I've been considering painting is some of these Avatar minis I have, but now that there are rules for them again. This is, you're looking at Marcus, the Avatar of Instinct, which would of course be the first one, because he's that's the master I have and play. But I'm holding off on it because I'm not quite sure yet to do what to do about the base. If I want to use, if I want to get one of the inserts, if I want to use any a base that I already have, in plastic or resin, or if I wanted to build up a scratch built base like I've done for my other Marcus crew, just to make it all fit together. We'll see. I'm not sure if this is next in line after the Valgeist. Something else might come in between. Anyway, general comments about yeah, my purchase number went up again. You see, Heresy Miniatures had this sale, 20% off on everything for a while. It was time limited, and they hinted very strongly that a certain range of minis might go out of production. So I had to buy that set of guys because they were interesting and I kind of wanted them. So that made my number purchase shoot up a bit. It's going to increase again this week because I want to place an order for some more red box minis, some more English that I'm going to use for Frostgrave. I need some more miniatures with weapons that might classify them as thieves or rangers, or what is it called? Treasure hunters. Yeah, that's what I need for the future. Planning ahead here. And we'll see. Maybe the week after that, I'm going to have to do a huge purchase of old Malifaux First Edition metal minis because Cool Media or Not is having a big blowout sale of all of that stock. And I'm trying to resist spending all my money on it. But in any case, I have to wait until payday before I even can feel tempted by it. So, those are the plans for the immediate future. That'll be all for this week. So, until next time, Doc Young, signing off.